Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Leal. We are at the peak of the new moon, and Mercury re-entered this morning here in Argentina in Scorpio until December 11th, because let's remember that it's going to end there its retrogradation, awakening in the degree 20 of Scorpio. And it did so in an opposition with Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So for each person, this is going to take different forms. But in some way, somehow, this is showing points of shadow that are not pleasant to see perceptions, limited perceptions that are turning very dense and very heavy, and the need to contact with all of that to transform an energetical reality and a material reality too. Transformations happen when we have the bravery to look at the things that we don't like about ourselves in determined moments, because the things that we don't want to see, that we are rejecting to see, they are seeking us through sins of destiny. So for some people, this could be linked with emotional dependencies, material attachments, the fear of losing, resentment that they didn't let go, wanting to force external experiences to confirm or reflect their own value when the path perhaps is proposing to them to connect with that inwards and to take decisions in coherence with what they authentically want to create in their lives. But many times the masks are sustained. This means the ways of being and acting to achieve the acceptance of other people or to sustain relationships or situations, but leaving aside the integrity of the soul, what is truly valuable for us. And these conditionings are the ones that also impulse the energetical abuses, dynamics where other people are taking more energy than they should, many times without no responsibility over the emotions of the other or what the other needs. And other times could be backwards. I mean, the emotional dependencies could also impulse taking too much from others, projecting to them responsibilities and burdens that they don't have to assume, wanting the other to supply the inner lack that we are feeling when it is our responsibility to rebalance that. We don't have to confuse this with not offering or receiving emotional support or material support or in whatever form. This is not something bad, of course not, but energetical abuse could happen in tiny acts, as asking for help when you don't need to, when this is about a thing that you can assume alone. And if on the other side there is a person that has difficulties to establish boundaries, then the dynamics, the patterns are going to fit, and they are going to repeat this circuit for both of them. So other times could happen that people are conforming with something that is very under their own values, that is too under their values. I don't know if I am expressing this correctly, or what they truly want to sustain, just to not deal with the voids, or just to not deal with emotions. And then the situations are going to reflect all the monsters that they didn't want to look at. This is not about seeking for the guilty, the people that have the guilt. Sorry, it is about looking at looking at our part in the situations where we cannot sustain ourselves in the same way because of the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health. Because Taurus is very linked with our body too, and well, at times there are people that are not encouraged to do that cut because they believe they are losing something, whether this is company, an emotional or economic benefit, or even it could be the fear of the external judgments that other people could do for the decisions they are taking. But the ones that cannot admit healthy boundaries, or the decisions that respond to your authenticity because they don't understand that, or because they don't want to open themselves to understand that, show that there is no higher purpose in continuing to fit in those situations, because that means that those people or experiences aren't actually able to accompany the new level of alignment with the origin, the essence inside of us that is being revealed. This is very linked with activations of Uranus. On the other side, this could reflect that what many people could perceive as stagnation are choices that are not being made because of the fear of leaving behind that old reality. Instead of comfort zone is a control zone where apparently everything continues to be predictable, but the discomfort of living in the limitation of our own mind ends up preventing us from experimenting the freedom that we could experiment when we listen to our soul. And it is not just about the freedom, it is also feeling that there are possibilities, that the path is fertile, that we can flourish, that we can blossom, and that we can unfold our potential too. So in any case, if we have to deal with the pain, it is best to break the shell that was hiding, the light, and not the persistent suffering for not wanting to cross our own limitations and staying attached to the fear without knowing what would happen if we would have the courage to be what we came here to be. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.